Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the offices of leaders and county assemblies for the welfare of society and the just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with abundant favor as your servants, whom you have been pleased to call performance, report, and trust in this county and this republic. Let your blessing descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come, and our liberation is so just a faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our county and our country, and of those whose interests you've committed to our charge. Amen. Order, honorable members. Clerk, read the orders.
Order number 2. Orders of the day today, Tuesday, December 5th, 2023 at 2:30 p.m. Order number 2, convocation.
Honorable members, I wish to make the following convocation. This refers to the gubernatorial address to the county of Makueni. His Excellency the Governor, honorable members of the County Assembly of Makueni, and the guests at the galleries, during this moment when we are gathered here and noting the disaster surrounding us as a result of heavy rains, I call upon each one of us to be upstanding, to observe a moment of silence in commemoration of citizens who have fallen due to heavy rains in this county and this country. Please, may you be upstanding. We may be seated. Your Excellency, Governor Mutula Kilonzo, Junior CBS, the Governor for Makueni County, honorable members of the County Assembly, distinguished guests present at the Speaker's Gallery, Her Excellency, the Deputy Governor, the First Lady, County First Lady of Makueni, members of the County Executive, members of public and public officers present. At the public gallery, I welcome you to this sitting whereby His Excellency the Governor will be delivering an annual address to the Third Assembly, second session during today, this afternoon, 5th of December, year 2023. Honorable members, Section 30, Subsection 2K of the County Governments Act of the year 2012 is read together with the Standing Order number 25 of Makueni County Standing Orders, provides that the Governor shall deliver an annual State of County address containing such matters as may be specified in this county legislation in special sitting of a county assembly once every year at any other time. Honorable members, I wish to bring to your attention the provisions of Standing Order number 27, Suborder 3 and 4, which requires as follows. 3. When delivering an address to the County Assembly, the Governor shall be heard in silence, and the address shall not be followed by any question or comment. Subsection 4. Whenever the Governor delivers an address, a member may, as soon as practical possible, thereafter lay the address on the table of the County Assembly following the reading of such address. Honorable members, in reference to the above provisions, His Excellency the Governor will be heard in silence while addressing the Assembly. The gubernatorial address will later be tabled and debated during the subsequent sitting of the County Assembly as provided for under Standing Orders number 27, Suborder 5. Honorable members, His Excellency the Governor is a seasoned leader in devolution family. He has served as a senator from Makueni County for the last consecutive 2 terms from the year 2013-2017 and elected again served for further 5 years in 2017 and 2022. At the Senate, the governor now then, the senator, that time, was a minority whip and serves as a vice chairperson in the Senate Committee on Information, Communication, Technology from the year 2013-2017, and he was a member of the Standing Committee on Finance and Budget, Legal Affairs and Human Rights. During the period pursuant to the Standing Order number 28, the Makueni County Assembly Standing Orders, he delivered senatorial address to this Honorable County Assembly 3 times on the following days. One on 5th of June year 2014, and on 7th of November year 2017, and on 6th of June year 2022. Honorable members, his efforts cannot go unrecognized for his outstanding performance as a veteran legislator in the role he played while in the Senate in defending, lobbying, and championing for the resources to the counties, notwithstanding, not to mention oversight over the national government. Honorable members, this will be the second gubernatorial address by His Excellency the Governor Mutula Kilonzo Jr. CBS to the 3rd County Assembly and the 7th gubernatorial address to be delivered in the County Assembly of Makueni. Honorable members, I now invite His Excellency Mutula Kilonzo Jr. CBS, Governor for Makueni County, to give his State of County address. Your Excellency, you are welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Excellency the First Lady, Anita Mutula, the Deputy Governor of Makueni, Lucy Mulili, Speaker of the County Assembly, Honorable Douglas Mbilu, Deputy Speaker, Honorable Francis Mwania, Clerk of the County Assembly, Mr. Kevin Mutuku, Leader of Majority, Honorable Chalo Mumo, Leader of Minority, Honorable Jadis Kalunda, Majority Whip, Honorable Magdalene Mulwa, Minority Whip, Honorable Meshak Kali, Chairs of County Assembly Sectoral Committees, Members of the County Assembly, Members of the County Executive, Chief Officers, ladies and gentlemen. I am grateful for the opportunity to address this august House as I reflect on the achievements, opportunities, and progress of the implementation of devolved service delivery in the 2nd year of the 3rd cycle of devolution in Kenya. I am thankful to the people of Makueni for this opportunity to serve them, and to the County Public Service for being their team leader alongside the Deputy Governor in discharging my duties as spelled out in the Constitution, particularly Article 174F of the Constitution of Kenya, that identifies my role in promoting social and economic development and the provision of proximate, easily accessible service to the people of Makueni. This has been made possible by the County Executive Committee members, chief officers, and other staff, particularly dedicated officers at the lowest level, waking up every morning to diligent discharge services. I have enjoyed working with this assembly that constitutes of great minds, serving with boundless energy, resilience, and selflessness. This has ensured that the people of Makueni are served by those I have entrusted with the work upon. I am most privileged to be the team leader in the journey to make Makueni a progressive and vibrant county where the well-being of every citizen is a top priority. I am persuaded by the clarion call, wao ni wakwi kanesa, no longer, which is a service mantra and no longer a campaign slogan. I have woken up daily to go to work motivated by the desire to eradicate poverty, underdevelopment, inequalities, and unemployment among the youth. This is a clear pathway to attain a prosperous, value-based county and high quality of life. Pursuant to the provisions set out in Section 32K of the County Governments Act, I hereby give an account of the state of devolution by presenting the progress report of all the sector performance under my leadership. This address also highlights my unwavering commitment to deliver transformation by resolving development challenges facing this county. Mr. Speaker, sir, on fiscal reforms and performance. The county gross product at current price dropped from Kenya shillings 121 billion shillings in 2021 to Kenya shillings 120 in 2022, a drop of 2.5% occasioned by the impact of COVID to the country economy and the nation at large. During the same period, the county also experienced depressed rainfall for more than 4 seasons, leading to prolonged drought. This led to the county's overall poverty rates increasing from 34.5% in 2015 to 45.5% in 2020 and dropped to 39.1% in 2021. Our on-source revenue mobilization in the year 2022-2023 was 891 million, up from 749 million in the previous year. This achievement accounted for 82% of our total revenue target, highest achieved since 2013. This is exemplary performance from our revenue team under the leadership of the Executive Committee Member for Finance, Damaris Kavoi. The financial year was an election year, and despite the transition challenges, the team managed this performance. We are organizing rewards and recognition meeting for the team before the end of the year. In the current financial year, the county government has projected to generate on-source revenue of 1.2 billion. We are progressively on the journey to this ambitious yet achievable target ambitious yet achievable target. As of 30th November 2023, we have collected 3,524 shillings 423 cents, which is an increase of 17% compared with 225,737,540 shillings in the same period last year. Our on-source revenue is a critical component on sustainability of development. Our resolve is to ensure that OSR accounts for 20% of our budget by 2022, up to current 8%. To attain this, we have made the following efforts. Institutional re-engineering of the revenue administration from geographical approach to functional approach. This led to the establishment of 6 revenue divisions to coordinate various revenue streams, namely businesses, licensing, reporting and reconciliation, policy and strategy, land-based revenue, unstructured revenue, and A&A and entities revenue. Leveraging on technology to improve revenue administration through partnership with Safaricom in the deployment of My County App, the first of its kind innovation in the country. Entrenching cashless method of payment for county taxes, fees and charges. D, data-driven revenue mobilization, in which we have undertaken a comprehensive census of business establishments in Makueni. This will form a comprehensive revenue payers database, which is in line with international best practice. This exercise collected data from 24,000 771 active businesses. E, unified billing to ensure all payments due to the county are made once. This will be made possible by creation of self-service portal and customer accounts to ensure you can pay your fees and taxes from the comfort of your handset. We will soon bring to this house a policy to institutionalize the concept of unified billing. The ultimate beneficiary will be the citizens of Makueni. F, entrenching ward as the basic unit of revenue administration. G, sensitization of ratepayers on the need for voluntary compliance. H, training and capacity building of the revenue team. In August this year, we had a comprehensive program championed by Commission of Revenue Authority. These measures have led to the improved revenue performance, and we appreciate the support of this County Assembly in encouraging our citizens to voluntarily pay their revenues. On land-based revenue, we have the highest amount of arrears, amounting to over Kenya shillings 300 million. On this note, I urge all landowners to register their properties and pay their rates. The rates for a plot of 50 by 100 in urban areas, the rates for a plot of 50 by 100 is only 4,000 in urban areas, which is a small fraction of the value of the said plots. True Waoni is in the little things, such as fidelity to the law in the implementation of the County Finance Act. Mr. Speaker, sir, I am grateful to this Assembly for the timely approval of our county planning documents and frameworks. I applaud you for approving the third County Integrated Development Plan, the annual development plan, and the budget. We are committed to ensure that there is strong linkage between policy, plans, and budget. Our nation is known for preparing first-class policy documents, but poor in implementation. As a county, we must overcome this development jinx. The CIDP3, whose overarching goal is a resilient economy for sustainable development, will officially be launched on 14th of December this year. To ensure effective budget execution, each department in Makueni County has operationalized a budget implementation committee. These committees, chaired by respective accounting officers, provide a mechanism for budget tracking implementation. In 2022, Makueni County was rated the second best county with respect to transparency in budget implementation. This is based on the County Budget Transparency Survey, which is carried out annually by the International Budget Partnership, IBP. In prioritizing people in our development, our vision is to ensure that our citizens participate not only in prioritizing the budget, but also in the development outcomes. On data and evidence-based decision-making, British mathematician Clive Hamby declared, "Data is the new oil." And indeed, in this digital economy era, we must adapt and continuously innovate to remain competitive. We have continuously prepared annual county statistical abstract with the 2023 series being launched in 2 weeks' time. I'm happy to report, ladies and gentlemen, that we launched the inaugural World Statistical Abstract in 2022, the first again of its kind in the nation. The segregation of data to the lowest level helps inform critical decisions in resource allocation. We have a memorandum of understanding with the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, who have been a key partner in the journey of strengthening county statistics. Under this arrangement, the county will benefit from exchange programs and specialized components such as survey design, data collection, data processing, analysis, storage, and leverage on infrastructure of Kenya National Bureau of Statistics to undertake county-specific surveys and data collection. This collaboration will be transformative. In the next 5 years, we will indeed set a new benchmark, all for the benefit of the citizens. We will equally empower the demand for quality data by all users, including the citizens. In fulfillment of Section 137 of the Public Finance Management Act, we operationalize the County Budget and Economic Forum. CBEF, as is famously known, serves as a think as well as means of consultation on financial and economic management. The forum, inducted by Commission of Revenue Allocation, developed its own code of conduct. I'm happy to report that this forum will soon visit selected development projects to review and assess. On the implementation of sustainable development goals, Makueni County was awarded by the SDG Kenya Forum as the best county in the implementation of programs and projects that were in line with the SDGs. Our resolve to ensure development is equitable and leave no one behind is unwavering. Our development approach is to develop local, homegrown solutions to global challenges. Indeed, we are thinking global while working locally. On improved financial discipline, the government of Makueni County has put various measures to ensure fiscal discipline. I am delighted to report to this House that in the financial year 2022-2023, we achieved 92%, the highest ever absorption since 2013. This was not a mean achievement, with 2022 being an electioneering year and a transition year. But barely 7 months of working time, we have streamlined county payment system. No need for endless queues. Suppliers and staff are now paid while the comfort of their daily businesses and work. We have ensured internal controls and systems through the establishment of the County Audit Committee, which provides oversight to the operations of government. The committee presented to me its first inaugural report. I therefore call on all accounting officers to ensure they comply with the recommendations of the Audit Committee. Strengthened internal systems will improve efficiency and effectiveness in delivery of public service. I am committed to provide adequate resources to the committee to execute its mandate, since sustainable development is founded on good governance. In adherence to the doctrine of separation of powers, the County Assembly has exemplarily executed its mandate under Article 185(3). This has contributed to the excellence in fiscal discipline, accountability, and value for money. I have noted county executive members being invited to the various county assembly sectoral committees for scrutinies of programs and activities. This is in addition to the field oversight activities on the various programs, projects implemented by departments. I urge you all, the Assembly, proceed, continue to be vigilant, with particular emphasis to the conditional grants and other grants. Under the Department of Devolution, the establishment of project management committees has ensured that people's participation throughout the project implementation. When citizens get involved through social accountability mechanism, they can monitor and hold public officers and elected officers to account for how public resources are spent and their performances in delivery of services. We will in the new year re-engineer the ward development committees whose term has now lapsed, together with the proposal to establish villages councils under the County Governments Act. We appreciate the role played by national government and agencies. This government has collaboratively worked with institutions responsible for the oversight of our expenditure, such as the Senate, where I have appeared twice, on the extent of national revenue allocated to county governments, control of budget with regard to allocation of finances as per the county budget. ESCC have not been left behind with regard to integrity of government officials and corrupt risk assessment, and last but not least, the Office of the Auditor General on effectiveness of use of public resources. This has ensured improvement in the delivery of devolved service. On public service transformation, Mr. Speaker, sir, it is said that the staff are key asset in any organization. I am convinced beyond doubt our staff are not only the key asset, but the only asset we have. Therefore, the only thing we have is each other. We can only achieve delivery as a team. Ensuring the county public service is highly motivated, enthusiastic, and enjoying a conducive working environment is my top priority. I have noted gaps in public service. The county executive has discussed this at length, and a plan led by the county secretary is currently being carried out by holding meetings to address these gaps. Wao ni wakwe kanesa no longer is a service mantra. We will entrench and institutionalize the culture of kujituma. The complexity of modern day world poses a challenge to the old held silo approach in delivery of services. The demand to be competitive and responsive as a county government to the citizens, we must collaborate internally, and therefore the adoption of the one government approach to devolved service delivery. In delivering citizen-centered services, departments and semi-autonomous government agencies are coordinated through the Department of Devolution. A citizen of Makueni just needs to walk to an agricultural office at the ward level and they are served on revenue or education matters. We are many departments and agencies, but one government. Our primary client, the citizen, just doesn't care which department they expect services from the county. We are in the process of developing a one government approach coordination framework that will be tabled in this house for consideration and approval. Within the period, the government has been able to undertake various staff recruitment and promotions. Within the health sector, the government has recruited 31 staff, while 141 of common and non-common cadre have been promoted, as 510 positions have been advertised for promotion. Under education, 1 in 11 CTTI instructors have been certified by NITA. At least 499 ECD teachers have been converted to permanent and pensionable employment terms. We have allocated in the just approved supplementary budget estimates for conversion of the ECD teachers to the correct job group. And to that, I thank this assembly. We will progressively ensure that all staff gratuity is paid within 2 years. These measures and attendant budget will be key towards motivating the staff of Makueni County. The past, members, is the past. We must move on. To enhance career progression, we have reviewed the staff establishment in order to address gaps in various departments. The document has been considered by the county executive and is now with a team of experts ready to be launched. My expectations, members, are that every officer strives to care and to do their job diligently. Work is sacred. Work is a form of worship. If only we treated and cared about our work the same way we cared about our deity and worship. Proverbs chapter 2, 21, verse 29 states, "Show me someone who does a good job, and I will show you someone who is better than most and worthy of the company of kings." It is important to appreciate officers who have gone beyond the call of duty to diligently deliver services. We have many committed officers. Allow me to highlight a few. Number one, Stella Mulinge, a nurse at Kaya Dispensary in Kilongo, has worked out of her way to ensure NHIF claims are made and follows through to ensure the monies are disbursed. As a matter of fact, Mr. Speaker, she is the officer with the most improved NHIF disbursements. Mercy Musau, a nursing officer in Kavalumbi Dispensary, Kalawa, works an entire day and sometimes an entire night to attend to deliveries, the whole night and the whole day, without any complaint. Number three, Christine Bahati Nzuke, the ward revenue officer in Kadonzweni. This gentleman has gone an extra mile in entrenching cashless payment in market entrance, livestock and stock movement fee, the most unorderly streams in the market. The performance has improved from full cash collections to over 70% of the collections being done through M-Pesa, and 100% cashless collection in the livestock yards. Engineer Michael Maluke, a superintendent, roads engineer in Mboni Sub-County, has championed roads runoff water harvesting. He was selected among 3 green roads for water winners together with Pedro Moreira from Portugal and Pawan Jarki from Asian Development Bank of the open call for green road practices. His work involves engaging communities in making cutoff and meter drains and rehabilitating gullies to achieve desired outcomes of climate resilience and improve community livelihoods. These few examples demonstrate commitment and dedication to service. These efforts give us hope that we can transform the way we work in Makueni. I have instructed the county secretary to ensure all hard-working officers are commended for their efforts. At the same time, we must also sanction poor performance. Everyone must reap what they sow. We must orient performance to focus on the client and realize it is not business as usual. Under my leadership, we will reward performance not based on time in government, but by contribution towards transforming the lives of the people of Makueni. On strategic partnerships, Mr. Speaker, sir, the government's resolve to work with our partners is not about begging for support. And neither is it about privatizing the government, as many might think. Rather, development cooperation is a way to attain SDG goals. In fact, 40% of the county development expenditure is funded by partners. I'm currently in a team of governors trying to unlock resources stuck at the National Treasury from development partners. Parliament is currently mediating on the additional allocation bill, and we expect for this process to be expedited. 82% of funds from development partners have not been disbursed, yet we are approaching the end of the second quarter. In the same spirit, the government has been deliberate and systematic in building sustainable friendships. First, with the national government and its agencies, for they are the largest sources of development funding, and second, with other friendly bilateral and multilateral organizations in development practice. A good example is the gazettement of Q catchment in Makindu as a wetland, which I will elaborate later in this address. Jointly with our friends, the government has co-created the priorities of CIDP3. We invited them to give us their best practices and ideas on consultative meeting when we were compiling this important planning document. We have adopted and nurtured sectoral way of working with our partners where we not only share with each partner in the devolution space in Makueni, but we have a systemized joint working planning and implementation. Early in the year, the Departments of Agriculture, Water, Education, and ICT and Lands will have the first meeting of this kind with the World Bank in an attempt to find a single approach to identifying and implementing projects in Makueni. A similar meeting has been organized with the Netherlands Embassy early in the year 2024. Members, this way of working is aimed to position Makueni as a favored destination for external support and investments, and will continuously influence our partners, policies, practices, and programs towards Makueni. This way, members, we shall be able to tap into the vast resources and envelope and address our CIDP budget gap, which is approximately 38 billion shillings. The government has continued to work with long-standing partners, examples as follows: World Bank, UK Aid, USAID, Africa Development Bank, Food Agricultural Organization, in agriculture, lands, urban development, medium and small micro enterprise sectors, JPIGO, ThinkWell, and Nutrition International in health services. You are aware that this year, courtesy of ThinkWell, we hosted Bill Gates, the chairman of Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, on primary healthcare delivery. C, Rural Electrification and Renewable Corporation, REREC, Kingdom Brothers, Strathmore University, and World Resource Institute in the energy sector. EDU Kenya, Kamara Kenya, Safaricom, and Ajiri in ICT, Polish Embassy, and the Movement for Community-Led Development in Emergency Preparedness and Devolution sectors. Mr. Speaker, sir, the county government had its second annual partners conference on 15th of November, in which the county assembly participated. During the above conference, the county government presented the following needs to the partners, and I can confirm to this house that some bilateral discussions have already begun. On 28th of November, I hosted His Excellency Mr. Bauten Bauer, Ambassador of the Kingdom of Netherlands to Kenya, Somali, and Seychelles, who came to explore areas of mutual partnership and cooperation. We are fronting the health and renewable energy sectors to them. The World Bank are interested to discuss with us how we can jointly scale up the World Development Planning Model for adoption country-wide. The KCB Foundation have equally come forward to discuss with the Department of Agriculture their support to the sector. In collaboration with the national government, our collaboration with the national government has resulted in various interventions which are implemented jointly with the county. This includes the reclamation of 980 acres of Q wetland in Makindu, where we have already planted 120,000 trees of the county target of 344 million trees by 2032. This catchment requires additional trees and fencing, which various partners have offered to do. The consultation on the gazettement of Q catchment began today. The law requires NEMA to conduct public engagement and a follow-up plan of nearly 8 to 9 legal steps that will protect the wetland as part of the Chulu water towers. I have so far attended 2 meetings at the Ministry of Environment after the tree planting exercise. B, the construction of Utini Yekita famously referred to as Uyi Earth Dam in Masongaleni Ward, in collaboration with the National Drought Management Authority. The dam will benefit 65,000 people and 500,000 livestock. The total cost of the project is 55 million, with NDMA contributing 40, county government contributing 10, and the community contributing 5 million in kind. Both the executive and the county assembly must effectively play the facilitative role of sustainable partnerships in this system. We need to strengthen the institution and human resource capacity to attract grants and investment funds. All of us members have a responsibility. On water and sanitation, honorable members, water remains a key priority in our 10-point development agenda, which with the main target to increase accessibility, affordability, and quality of water for household consumption and use in agriculture and industry activities. So far, we have developed and rehabilitated more than 40 water projects, which has led to the increase of general water access in Makueni from 40% to 46%. Access to clean water for domestic use has increased from 14,000 cubic meter to 30,000 cubic meter. This has reduced the distance to the nearest water resource from approximately 5 kilometers to 4 kilometers. On the use of modern technology, we have installed automated water dispensing machines in 23 water kiosks, which has not only reduced non-revenue water, but also saved time taken fetching water. This has also significantly reduced loss of revenue since there is no handling of cash. On water governance, this is a key component in management of water schemes. Continuous capacity and training of water service providers as well as water committees on water resource management has boosted sustainability of our water projects. In the past, we have witnessed vandalism of water infrastructure in various areas, through which this assembly and the Water Act must address urgently. This administration has further operationalized the Makueni Rural Water Board, MARUWAB, recruited the Board of Directors for Kibwezi Makindu Water Sanitation and Mboni Water Sanitation Company to improve water management in our universal access agenda. Our commitment in this sector, as anchored in the CIDP 3, is to increase access to improved water sources from 46% to 70%, to reduce average distance to improve water sources from 3 kilometers to 2 kilometers, and to improve urban and rural water governance, liquid waste management, strengthen the sector policy, legal and institutional frameworks. On transforming the agricultural sector, in a county where 78% of the households are involved in agriculture, and agriculture accounts for 27.7% of our gross county product, the county government has continued to implement food security. Specific achievements are as follows. On grain value chain, the county has operationalized 7 satellite fertilizer depots at Kikima, Tawa, Mukuyone, Kasikeo, Nungune, Kidumane, and Kitise. These depots have received and distributed 17,870 50 kilogram bags of assorted planting and top dressing fertilizers to farmers this year. In addition, 31,384 bags have been distributed to the farmers from the main depots in Kibwezi, Emali, and Wote. The department will in due course engage members of this House in order to find suitable locations and budgets for opening more of these facilities. These facilities, members, will require personnel and infrastructure to operationalize. And the National Cereals and Produce Board have given us an undertaking that at a later date, they will transfer the facilities to the county. Some 160,564 metric tons of assorted seeds, that is maize, beans, cowpeas, green grams, have been distributed to 88,104 beneficiaries over the last 2 seasons. I noted with concern about the uptake of fertilizer in Kitese, and I have requested the department to continue sensitizing the residents of that area and that ward on the value of these facilities and the fertilizer we are offering them. On the Makueni Integrated Grain Value Addition Plant in Makindu, this facility is now installed with machines for grain drying, cleaning, sorting, polishing, grading, and packing. The plant will purchase grains from farmers in the region for processing, as well as offer the above services to interested farmers, farmer groups, and individuals. Members, installation of a retail packaging unit that will enable the plant to pack the products in smaller units of 1 kilo to 2 kilos is underway. The capacity of approximately 10 metric tons per day makes this facility a very useful asset for Makueni County and possibly the southeastern economic region. We have engaged experts through the Sustainable Urban Economic Development Program, otherwise known as SWED, to look at possibility of engaging partners in this and the Makueni Fruit Processing Factory. I am aware that this assembly has been invited to discuss the proposals that we have seen on the Kalamba factory. I urge both the Department of Lands, where this program is running, the Department of Agriculture, and the respective committees of this assembly to interrogate those documents urgently, because it's important for making sure that Kalamba becomes an economic giant for us. On the fruit value chain, the Makueni County Fruit Development and Marketing Authority purchased 997,520 kilos of mango and produced 538,945 kilos of puree valued at 38,804,040, of which 222,800 kilos valued at 24,534,928 has been sold. After a long protracted struggle and use of diplomatic channels, ladies and gentlemen and members of this House, we have now managed to operationalize the ready-to-drink line at Kalamba. We intend to launch this line early next year. To enhance mango production in the county, various trainings have been conducted with the aim of equipping farmers with new technologies. In collaboration with KEFIS and ISIPE, we are working with farmers to establish areas of low pest prevalence, targeting 10,000 farmers, covering 4,000 hectares in 8 wards. This will add to the existing 4,770 hectares previously established. In addition, we are in discussion with AFA, Agricultural Food Authority, to set up a cold chain and pack house in Kwakadoka in an effort to access international markets for horticultural and fruits value chain. On industrial crops, jointly with the national government, we have distributed 10,000 coffee seedlings to 2 wards. We intend to distribute subsidized fertilizer programs through the satellite depots nearest to those farmers. These farmers participated in the drafting of the coffee development and marketing strategy as well. Members, you may not be aware, we recently took these farmers to a renowned coffee farmer by the name Charles Mutwiri in Meru County. This farmer is also a director of the new KPCU and produces up to 40 kilos per tree bush, coffee bush. The new KPCU visited the Mulima Coffee Factory in Bonnywood and paid farmers 4.7 million shillings out of the coffee cherry fund on the spot. It is unfortunate, members, that the Southeastern Economic Bloc cannot access Kenya shillings 124 million set aside by the cherry fund for coffee farmers in this region. I urge the Agricultural Committee of this House to visit the 1 acre model farm set up in Mulima Coffee Factory for benchmark. On agricultural mechanization services, approximately 1,463 acres of land were tilled in preparation for planting. 1,437 bales of hay were made and 98 farm ponds excavated. This government procured 1 farm tractor, 2 grass mowers, 2 hay rakes, and 1 baler. These machines will improve, revolutionize, and modernize agriculture in the county. On veterinary services, in order to secure livestock assets, the government has continued to conduct strategic livestock vaccinations across the county. A total of 250,000 heads of cattle were vaccinated against foot and mouth disease, lumpy skin disease, pestes de petite ruminetes, and contagious caprine pleuropneumonia. About 2,900 dogs were vaccinated towards control and elimination of rabies. In order to support the development of dairy, the county government has continued to support the breeding program, where 3,066 dairy cattle were artificially inseminated. On livestock feed, the government has prepared and has launched the Makueni County Animal Feeds Development Strategy. This strategy supports the dairy value chain as feeding accounts to 60 to 70% of the cost of this venture. Again, I urge the Agricultural Committee to interrogate the above strategy. At the same time, the government has provided farmers with 20,700 kilograms of grass and distributed 215 Gala breeding goats to 112 farmers in Kikumbulu South Ward. This strategy, members, identifies a population of 1,716,000 chicken in Makueni. This is a potential income earning value chain for the people of Makueni. And I urge, as you discuss the strategy, to find means for getting market for the people who are in this value chain. On the cooperative sector, the cooperative sector gained 686 more members, thus growing its membership from 36,990 to 37,676. The sector registered 4.3% growth in member deposits from 353,421,025 to 368,471.02, while loans disbursed to members were 248,675,191 shillings, with repayments done amounting to 155,454.74. And healthcare services. On the health infrastructure, Mr. Speaker, since assuming leadership as governor, my administration has constructed 3 new facilities and improved and renovated 67 others to improve quality of health. This brings the total of facilities to 241, up from 238. The new facilities are Keu, Top in Kasikeo, Kwandava Dispensary, Goma Somba, and Changinyo Dispensary in Kikombolio South. With support from Safaricom M-Pesa Foundation, the Department of Health completed, equipped, and commissioned Tawa Sub-County Hospital, integrated a maternity wing consisting of antenatal ward, labor ward, postnatal ward, delivery room, theater, and a newborn unit. We have made a deliberate policy, members, to limit the construction of new health facilities. Instead, we propose to equip the existing facilities as a matter of priority. On automation of health services, to enhance accountability and transparency of the health products and technologies, we acquired a digital health commodities management system called MaishaMeds, which was piloted in 13 health facilities. The pilot phase was a huge success. We should have walked this journey a long time ago. I'm delighted to report to you, members, that we have embarked on a journey to fully automate and integrate all services within the healthcare system. We are in the process of establishing an end-to-end automation of health through the County Integrated Health Management Information System. The system will ensure the following: patient management, health products tracking, revenue management, etc., etc. These, members, will greatly improve transparency and accountability. To this end, we engage the ICT authority, known as ICTA, to undertake a feasibility study on all our health facilities. We got the report, members, and the report has revealed serious gaps in technology and a multiplicity of interventions that are not linked to one another. The health department was operating in serious silos. We must put an end to this. We have made great strides towards healthcare innovation. Through our partner Proxime, a telemedicine technology platform, our health workers are able to use cameras in theater for remote support, teaching, and audit of operations. The department has had several opportunities to showcase this innovation to the world, including the Country Innovation Program currently being done in Nairobi. The department has trained and started offering fistula repair services. Since March 2023, the department has screened 120 women and has carried out 41 successful surgeries. This has brought joy to women and families that have lived with stigma and discrimination. One such lady was in the news recently when she recently got married out of the stigma of fistula. On our community health promoters, we have since collected the new kits supplied by the national government for our community health promoters. The Department of Health is expediting the training of these 3,625 CHPs in order for them to use the advanced equipment in their backpacks. We thank the First Lady of Makueni County for accepting to champion the CHPs. I have undertaken to ensure that their monthly stipend is paid without delay. The county has already budgeted their stipend of 2,500 per month in expectation of the matching fund from the national government. On health partners, the Department of Health in Makueni boasts the largest share of partners in the county. I wish to recognize the robust engagement with several partners in several of our health systems, such as maternal health, reproductive health, neonatal health. One of those partnerships, which I am going to highlight, is the ENI Kenya, BV. Our next door neighbors at Kwakadoka have agreed to equip our neonatal unit at Mother and Child with the most modern equipment for infants born underweight or prematurely, and upgrade the Kambi Mawe dispensary to nearly level 4. To increase the uptake of services, the department crowned the County First Lady, H.E. Anita Mutula, as the reproductive, maternal, neonatal, child, and adolescent health nutrition champion. This has put the Office of First Lady in a pole position for advocacy to ensure resources and service uptake in our health facilities. Through our advocacy, the county hosted the national celebrations of the World Prematurity Day on 17th of November, 2023 at Mother and Child Hospital. On mainstreaming environment, climate change, and harnessing natural resources sustainably. Mr. Speaker, sir, in the face of climate change, it is imperative to enact resilience building strategies that safeguard the community and ecosystem, both in the short term and long term. To this end, this financial year, the county government allocated 66 million for climate action plans. We have also undertaken participatory climate risk assessment through 900 community members who were trained and established 30 ward climate change planning committees for enhanced coordination and implementation of locally led climate action plans. In order to address the challenges of rain-fed agriculture and enhance food security, this government is putting more focus on irrigation. Kikome irrigation scheme in Kitise Kiduke, targeting 50 acres under irrigation. Kadha Mbalani in Kitundu Kizungu Ward, targeting 35 acres implementing. As part of the climate change adaptation and resilience building, we are implementing a new scheme called Roads for Water, Green Roads Initiative, which aims at harvesting road runoff water for agricultural use. This is executed through youth engagement and manual labor, where 200,000 cubic meters of water will be harvested from our roads every season. Mr. Speaker, sir, as I address you today, COP28 climate conference is underway in Dubai with a clarion call of fast-tracking of transition to clean energy future. In keeping abreast with the rest of the world, we have adopted the green energy for water pumping through solarization of our water projects. We no longer install diesel-powered pumps in our water projects. Other notable achievements in this sector are the planned establishment of an energy center in Kizingo, in Makindu, to enhance our renewable energy use and awareness promotion. Similarly, Strathmore University, UK Pact, and World Resources Institute have partnered with Makueni to produce the energy plan, which we will be launching and submitting to this assembly very soon. This plan on renewable energy, members, is a gateway for funding by several investors who are waiting anxiously to see the approved plan and policy. I urge you, members of the respective committee, to expedite this program and this plan once it comes to the House. On lands and physical planning, Mr. Speaker, sir, the government has secured 595 public utility titles across the country for ECD centers, for health facilities, for churches, for water facilities, and cattle dips. These are ready for issuance in the next year. In addition, the government has surveyed and compiled a register of 751 households from Kibwezi East, whose title deeds will now be processed. Members, I'm happy to report that we have the title deed for the over 100-acre piece of land at Kwakagoka, which was famously hitherto known as the Kalro land. It actually belongs to the county government of Makueni. In the Wote Central Business District, the government surveyed 116 plots and submitted to the Director of Survey Kenya for approval. Once approved, The survey will enable the processing of leasehold titles to property owners. The local, physical, and land use plan for Makindu Township has been finalized and is waiting your approval. This plan will form the basis for development control and urban development projects conceptualization and investment. I urge the respective committee to expedite its approval. Members, it is a tragedy that the last approved plan for Makindu was done in 1978. As a result of not having a plan, a lot of uncontrolled development has taken place without any benefit to the public. Makindu town is a historical town, and its planning will open up for investments and other opportunities. Members, we missed the opportunity to upgrade the informal settlements under the Kenya Urban Support Program called KUSP as we waited for this approval. These efforts were evident in the national tree planting exercise when we were requested to rehabilitate the airstrip in Makindu. These matters are critical to the development of Makueni. We have facilitated the establishment of an Irish village, first of its kind in Makueni, on a 40-acre land in Malili, Kiemakiu, Kalanzoni ward, by ERE Kenya, a cooperative society of Kenya diaspora residents living in Ireland in the United Kingdom. This facility will comprise of member holiday homes, social amenities including a 6-star hotel, and a commercial center, fully serviced. The county government also facilitated the development of the first of its kind superstore, 20-acre parcel of land in Sultan Ahmud, which upon completion will comprise of accommodation, commercial center, hospitals, churches, one of its kind enterprise on Mombasa Road. We have, in the last 1 year, established the Sultan Emali municipality, installed management board and devolved staff to perform this mandate. The Wote municipality has developed the urban economic plan, built fresh produce markets in Emali and Mukuyuni, and conducted a pre-feasibility study on the Makueni fruit processing plant with the help of World Bank and UK Aid. We're in the process of finalizing the recruitment of the new Wote Municipal Board. The activities in these two municipalities will help them qualify for funding by World Bank. I urge the respective committees to expedite approval processes touching on these two municipalities. On transformation of the county economy through trade development and industrialization, tourism and culture. Trade and industrialization is a facilitator of economic growth and development. We have taken measures to improve the work environment and competitiveness for the micro, small, and medium enterprises which dominate the sector in the county. The establishment of Soko Makueni online platform provides a platform for online marketing and traders' information. This platform promotes visibility of the county, its produce and products, and advances the commitment and delivery of services to the people of Makueni. To date, the platform has mapped 213 categories of county products, uploaded 79, and registered 30 vendors whose products are now online. The platform shall be launched early next year. The establishment of the Kenya Business Development Center and the partnership of USAID and Strathmore University Business School facilitates public and private sector-led development and enables small, medium enterprises to participate fully in the economy and create jobs. The project takes the best practices in business development and advisory services from the United States Small Business Development Center, SBDC, model and transfers them to local network of county-based centers. To date, the center has been able to offer services on need intervention and closing gaps to 124 businesses who have received one-on-one confidential business advisories. The businesses have reportedly shown results through capital infusion. Businesses formalize access to new markets, both local and international, new product lines introduced, job created and retained. Out of the 124 sessions, 22 youths have benefited directly from this center now in Makueni. Through the capacity building, this center has trained 159 young people. This team has benefited in areas of business planning and development, bookkeeping, assessing of financial needs for their businesses, business proposal writing, idea generation, digital marketing, access to government procurement opportunities, among others. Further, the center, in its first year of operation, has managed to facilitate 5 businesses in adopting modern technologies in 98 in improving business management practices in entrepreneurial skills in the county government and success. And I will cite the example. The Emale Fresh Produce Wholesale Market, which houses 30 wholesale stores, 96 retail stores, and 2 open market sheds, is a game changer in Makueni. Additionally, the county has improved its ease of doing business by lighting the market and construction of key market infrastructure, well-paved roads, water harvesting infrastructure, and a creche, breastfeeding center in this facility. Further, the state-of-the-art Mukuyuni Business Center is not merely a collection of stores, but a beacon of hope and opportunity for businesses in this region. This facility is solar-powered with lactation rooms, cold rooms, and 132 vendor stalls. It has rainwater harvesting, waste water management, and aimed at preserving the environment, as well aggregation center, which empowers the local community by providing them with jobs, nurturing entrepreneurship, and promoting local products. My vision for these centers, dear members, it is to transform them to business centers with banks, M-Pesa shops, government services such as licenses, identity cards, Kenya Revenue Authority clearance certificates, among other e-service points. That is the real meaning of a business center. In our efforts to develop cottage industries, MSMEs and Juakali sector in the county and linking them to markets, the government has undertaken the following programs. We have supported 2 MSMEs to attend Kenya International Investment Conference. In participating in this, cumulatively, we were able to establish 29 business contacts that would help streamline their supply chain and access to international markets. In collaborating with the Kenya Export Program and Branding Agency, KEBROBA, carried out an outreach program to assess producers, cottage industries, level of preparedness in the export trade. So far, 26 of them in Makueni have been assessed. In Makueni Small Business Development Center, and KenTrade carried out an export marketing readiness trade facilitation by training 27 MSMEs. In collaboration with the Department of ICT, Makueni SBDC, Ajiri Center, ILO SYB, Create 3360 carried out a business idea competition dubbed Plug Mutaani, which attracted 81 young people across Makueni. The tourism industry in the county has a huge potential to transform the county economy. The department participated in the 3rd annual East Africa Regional Tourism Expo in November. This has borne 12 partnership engagements in the promotion of tourism in Makueni. As a way of ensuring that Makueni becomes a better tourism destination, the county launched the Makueni Tourism Circuit to open an impressive tourist destination that rewards travelers with the utmost safari experiences. It's one of its kind in Kenya. Makueni is not only a wilderness of semi-arid land, as most call it, but home to unique cultures of the Angolia people. Caves, Chulu Hills, Masamuche Hot Springs, Makongo Viewpoint, amongst many other wonders. In linking the county to the national landscape within the tourism sector, I seek to advocate for already available infrastructure such as the standard gauge railway, the upcoming Makindu airstrip, the Nairobi-Mombasa highway that opens the county to other regions in the world. This is a way to make Makueni a tourism destination. The establishment of a Makueni Tourism Association shall midwife this sector. We have made investments in agro-processing, which depict a shift from highly agrarian-dependent economy to industrialization. There still remains a huge potential for expanding the manufacturing sector by establishing industrial parks along the SGR corridor, as well as small and medium enterprise park through private investments. We are in a conversation with the Export Processing Zone Authority to establish an EPZ satellite zone in Ngumo Ward. The Directorate of Culture, Music and Arts is currently hosting the 96th edition of the Kenya Music and Cultural Festival at Wote Technical Institute, where 13,000 participants from 29 countries are already in Wote to showcase their talents and cultures. More are registering to participate. Do not miss this once in a lifetime experience in the county headquarters. Our motto for the Kenya Music and Cultural Festival, Nitulete Watu Wote, Wote. On the youth agenda, Mr. Speaker, sir, arts, music and cultural promotion and development. The creative economy plays a vital role in job creation of young talented citizens, as well as strengthening community identity and tourism promotion. So far, 96 artists, including bands, choirs, have recorded their music at the Makueni Recording Studios. In the last 1 year, where nascent talents have been nurtured to marketable products. During the year, we have managed to set up another studio, it's called the Ajiri Center, for recording and podcasts through partnership with the MasterCard Foundation. This center will now be taken over by the Department of Education and ICT because we have seen the potential of this facility. On sports, members, our young men and women in the sporting industry have elevated the county as a sporting giant in Kenya. Through strategic investment and collaboration with different players, 3 of our girls, Mutano Michael, Catherine Wausi, and Jennifer Musembe, were scouted by Gospel FC, the first runner-up club in the FKF Premier League. To boost the expertise in the sports administration and management of sports in the country, we partnered with the National Olympic Committee of Kenya and trained 139 participants in sports administration and management. The participants were drawn from our World Sports Council, department staff, county federation, and this assembly. Members, as you know, we performed exemplary in Berlin, Germany, during the World Special Olympics. Our performance of the people of Makueni has attracted the Special Olympics Kenya Committee, an international sporting giant, Nike, one of the top sports apparel manufacturers, which has earned us 250 training of coaches by this Special Olympics team. The training is aimed at rooting Special Olympics to the grassroots in order to give an opportunity to people with intellectual disabilities. This partnership, members, will yield one of its kind country-wide girls football tournament in every ward. We have also engaged a team that approves marathon. We are of the view, as a county executive, that we can use the scenic roads like the Makongo route to Wote or the Wote-Makindi route for an international marathon. On Ujuzi Teke Teke, to create more opportunities for youth for self-employment, we're implementing a program that's Skills on the Go, which attracts young people with a master craftsman for a period of 2 months. The youth is trained on their area of specialization and afterwards tooled to help them establish own businesses. Under this program, 93 business apprentices were issued with tools in this financial year. Mr. Speaker, on digitization of government services and innovation. Innovation is one of my 4 pillars in achieving development in Makueni. We have so far, members, adopted information technology to transform the management of operations in Makueni. These trials have enhanced service delivery, increased access to government services. One of our transformative achievements is the My County app through partnership with Safaricom. This platform offers a unique one platform for revenue collection, digitization of all county operations, where residents can access them from any part of the world. Some of these services include paying for parking, business permits, land rates, as well as engaging the governor through Seminar Governor segment. This app also offers useful information on this assembly and other important features in Makueni. As a government, we are committed to ensure automation of key government processes and functions. The county is characterized by many fragmented systems which are not integrated and others are unable to integrate. Under the automation, key flagship projects, the unified approach to automation will be utilized. We have done the integration of LIMS, that is Land Information Management System, to e-revenue management. This has led to the increase in on-source revenue generation for the county. More accountability and prudence in handling revenue collections. We have digitized the internship application through Makueni Online Attachment Application Portal. It's called EVAS. This system provides a convenient online platform for application processing, placing applicants for industrial attachment. With EVAS system, the industrial attachment experience has become more efficient and accessible, reducing the processing time for attachments to less than 1 hour. The platform, which was launched in June 2023, has 1,946 registered users, has received 710 applications, and has awarded 419 beneficiaries with industrial attachments. Another innovation is the Makueni County VTC Information Management System. This has brought transparency in management of our 59 VTCs, with key focus on student enrollment, funds disbursements, revenue generation, and asset management. The system launched in August 2023 has enrolled 4,577 trainees and generates reports on trainee distribution per center, fees payment, amongst other statistics. We have also revamped our county website by introducing mini sites for departments and knowledge management. The county of Makueni has gained more visibility through the organization of our website, social media accounts, live updates, communication of county programs, and development projects. Due to publication of public information in the county website in line with access to information, the development partners have continued trooping into Makueni. Still in this sector, we have Soko Makueni, an online marketing portal aimed at marketing county products and services. We have also developed, tested, and deployed county electronic meeting attendance system, e-attendance register, using QR code technology, which is a great way of making registration process for any event quick, easy, and flexible. This will eliminate common event registration mistakes, such as human errors, often associated with manual registration and audit queries. The ICT department has also developed a plot registration portal, which has eased the plot registration and profiling process. 2 weeks ago, we had the pleasure of participating in the Kenya Innovation Week Commonwealth edition. Mr. Speaker, sir, due to these strides in the ICT, on 23rd of November 2023, the Commission on Administrative Justice, Office of the Ombudsman, gave me the Huduma Ombudsman Award, where we were recognized and received the Ugatuzi Award category for leveraging on technology and innovation for enhanced service delivery and social accountability. A day later, the government of Makueni, during the 15th edition of CIO Africa, CIO 1100 DX5 Annual Development Symposium Awards, emerged the best digital industry champion. The county of Makueni earned a distinguished C0100 Gold Mark Award in recognition of excellence in enterprise ICT adoption. The Makueni Tech and Innovation Hub was nominated and later awarded the Innovation Award in that category. The award, referred to as the County Government Innovation Hub of the year 22, was given to us early in the year. This hub continues to offer conducive innovation for innovators, entrepreneurs, students, college students. The hub has processed 1,000 innovators. 7 innovators who are the beneficiaries of the innovation hub participated in Plug Mtaani program, where 3 were nominated to proceed to the national level with the possibility of winning 10 million shillings. The overall winner was our infatigable Faith Mumo of Viviani Farm. First runners-up was John Mwendwa Kioko of Resident Technologies, and the second runners-up was Judith Mwende of Ustawi Institutional Care. In the education sector, Mr. Speaker, the opening of the Mutito Resource Center increased the number of ICT centers to 14 and has ensured continuous offering of ICT skills, including basic computer training, online work training, Google digital training, and thus sustaining communities which are digitally empowered, increasing employability, and opening the communities for online work and sprucing up of our digital economy. In the technical education, we have increased CCTI capitation. In 2023, 4,496 CCTI trainees benefited from the capitation worth 23,823,278 to ease fees burden. In the current year, a capitation amount of 20 million is allocated, targeting 4,417 trainees. The disbursement is already ongoing. We have also implemented various infrastructure programs in the CTTIs, like construction of dormitories, workshop, and equipping them with tools. In ECD, we have constructed classrooms offices in 34 ECD centers. We have trained 2,144 teachers in digital learning, a key component of CBC, and distributed 2,058 digital gadgets to support digital learning in 1,197 ECD centers in the country through Edu Kenya. Across board, we awarded 100 scholarships to Form 1s, 81 to university students. Additionally, 1,928 learners also benefited from bursaries in the last financial year. Mr. Speaker, on disaster management, the advanced October-November rains have led to prolonged period of intense rainfall, which has caused disruption in essential services and in counties. Specifically, since the onset of the El Nino rains, there has been reported cases of drowning, vehicles being swept away, collapsed severely cracked houses, flooded farmlands, homesteads, mudslides, landslides, sunken toilets in schools and homesteads, cut off and severely eroded roads, eroded spillways, breached earth dams, formation of deep gullies on roads, amongst others. These emergencies have occurred in 100 villages in Ukia, Kilungu, Kidungo Kitundu, Kiteta Kisao, Kakowaiya, Kalawa, Kikumbuli North, Kikumbuli South, Ngoma Sumba, Imali Mulala, Bitini, and Mukawas. Mr. Speaker, I would like to commend efforts made by dedicated citizens who were brave enough to rescue drowning victims and to retrieve bodies in the recent flood disasters. These citizens acted swiftly and were first respondents, putting their lives on the line for other people. These efforts, Mr. Speaker, cannot go unrecognized. This is the true institutionalization of the service mantra. Wani wa kwekanesa, no longer lu na kwetoma. Those of us who are entrusted with various responsibilities, if we serve selflessly like these heroes, we will attain socio-economic transformation in less than a decade. With this dedication, we will embody the philosophy of serving with integrity. The community members are as follows. Number 1, Peter Mwasia, a driver in Sultana Mood, who risked his life, braved the flooding waters of the river, jumped into the river to rescue 2 people who were stuck in the middle of a fast-moving river. Ruth Mbithe Mulandi. This lady impressed me. She single-handedly saw a body floating in the river. She doesn't know how to swim. She got into the river and retrieved the body of one of the ladies who drowned in the now infamous Moani River. These actions truly signify a people who are prepared to sacrifice for others. To date, ladies and gentlemen and members, the impact of the advanced rains has led to setting up of 5 evacuation camps distributed within the hotspots. Those areas are Kawese in Kilome, Chakituku, Kavatanzo, Katolie in Kaiti, and Mikululu in Makindu, Kibwezi West County. The current population in these camps is over 300 households, and the number keeps increasing. Continuous assessment is ongoing to establish the full impact We have procured food, non-food items that are being distributed to already established centers. This government shall ensure timely procurement of more food, non-food items to sustain the already established camps and the anticipated evacuation centers to be established later. In collaboration with Red Cross, we established an emergency command center in Wote for coordination of all emergencies during and after the rains. I urge communities, individuals, visitors in the county to note there is low visibility, wet road surfaces across the county, particularly along Nairobi-Mombasa Highway. We must avoid the temptation to cross into flooding, raging, and even surging waters by all means. We must advise residents in this area, areas experiencing flash floods, landslides, mudslides, to relocate to safer grounds. I extend a personal request to this assembly to assist us in this endeavor. I'm aware that various dams have been destroyed by the rains. The Department of Roads has prepared a list of dams. The Department of Roads and Water has prepared a list of dams and roads that have been damaged for discussions. All is not lost. Dokuma Dam, our signature dam, is reportedly full. Chamakuthi in Kalawa is also full. Kwambo in Mavendini is also full, amongst others. The Department of Agriculture is in the process of repairing this spillway at Kilombo Dam. Members, I recently learned that the county committed to have an irrigation project after the completion of Kilombo Dam. We must now consider irrigation because the water in Kilombo Dam lies there without any benefit to the people of Makueni. The Department of Water is checking the spillway of Kamonyolo Dam in an effort to ensure the erosion does not compromise the dam. I have seen a report on this, and I hope the said report is tabled in this assembly. Mr. Speaker, sir, this government has collaborated with various donors, including Polish Center and the East African Fire Mission, with the purpose of strengthening our effectiveness in fire and emergency preparedness. This includes the capacity building of the county emergency response teams and equipping them with essential aqua rescue equipment, which includes scuba rescue boats, air compressor, etc., etc. The county has equipped Makindo Fire Station with a road traffic accident medical vehicle, one of its kind in East Africa, that was fabricated in Kenya and equipped with hydraulic equipment, spreaders, cutters, and a ram that enables easy extraction of accident and crash vehicles. The road traffic accident medical vehicle, RTA, is also fitted with medical equipment so that emergency care can be given to accident victims. I am proud to be a team leader of an award-winning fire and rescue team coordinated by this gentleman called Arbanas Chan. In preparation for the forecast of the El Nino, the county government, as I mentioned before, procured food and non-food items. These items are projected to be inadequate, given that the rains might persist. However, the following needs continue to arise: reconstruction of houses, toilets, supply of beddings, clothing, food, non-food items, construction of gabions, culverts, repair of affected roads, medical supplies, amongst others. I wish to appeal to the national government, well-wishers, non-state actors, and the people of goodwill to join hands with us to mitigate the efforts of these emergencies. Arising out of an appeal that I made yesterday, one of our partners, Christian Aid, offered a cash transfer of 5 million shillings to all affected victims in our camp. The Department of Devolution has compiled the list of those who are going to benefit from this timely intervention that will help these families reconstruct their lives after the rains. I need not re-emphasize the value of good partnerships and good friendships. Members, on development of education, capacity development and accountability, the county has strengthened the civic education framework through the establishment of a school for devolution and community-led development. We are committed to improving the quality of and nature of education through transforming it from mere civic engagement to capacity development, strengthening of our people. The school, located at MAP, is one of its kind in Africa, second in the world after Mexico. It facilitates a platform for enhancing devolution, localization of sustainable development goals at the community level, and consultations for quality implementation of devolved functions. This school focuses on training opinion leaders, community leaders, civil society, professionals, and government officials across the county and the county at large. We are happy to host the governments of Madagascar, Zimbabwe, to study the experience of devolution and how it works in Makueni. A few days ago, we witnessed the graduation of 35 students. The 2024 class is focusing on 500 students drawn from various societal groups in the county as well as the county public service. The people of Makueni, organized groups, members of this assembly are welcome to study with us for 1 or 2 days benchmarking, 3 to 5 days short courses, or 6 months. And you will earn a certificate on community-led development. On research, documentation, and knowledge management, Makueni County has established a Center for Research, Documentation, and knowledge management to facilitate research, development, enhancing the culture of knowledge gathering, sharing, and documentation. The resource library then provides a student with an array of specific reports, manuals, annual statutory reports, policy briefs and newsletters, speeches, and many devolution-related knowledge assets. This center is open to the public and to the community. The operationalization of the center under the Department of Devolution facilitates the department to ensure one government approach to research, documentation of all county-based practices and knowledge. Currently, the center is focusing on the documentation of participatory planning and budgeting alongside documentation of key programs, such as our business center model of market development and annual programs that create impact and new knowledge within the public service and the stakeholders. We have set up a central records and information management unit where we have been compiling our data towards digitization. In the same area, we have sensitized 85 informed handlers and records management and trained 25 champions drawn from all departments. In addition to indigenous knowledge, the county government of Makueni organized a cultural fair and exhibition in collaboration with community cultural centers and groups, which saw Makueni Indigenous Food Festival held in June 2023 at Unoa Grounds, bringing together 25 Akamba Indigenous Food Festival exhibitors from all sub-counties and other partners. Scientific documentation of selected cultural and natural heritage sites in collaboration with the National Museums of Kenya has led to the Dry Lands Resource Center in Mbumbuni, which is being supported to do an exhibition of Akamba indigenous food at the Food for Thought Festival held in the National Museums of Kenya headquarters in Nairobi from 6th to 7th October 2023. This collaboration has facilitated 3 experts from the National Museums of Kenya in the assessment of 3 heritage sites, namely a Mau Mau detention center in Gathonzweni Boys, the Mission Church in Kibwezi, and Bitini Catholic Mission Church in Mulala for possible rehabilitation and restoration and consideration for gazettements as historical sites. This same collaboration has facilitated 20 members of Dome Watu Otini traditional music and dance group to perform at Bomas of Kenya during the inaugural Utamaduni Day celebrations. The above documentation, knowledge sharing and management shall result in effective and development of arts, music and culture. Members, Makueni rolled out the indigenous knowledge and documentation digitization in collaboration with the Ministry of Tourism, Wildlife and Heritage through the National Products Initiative, a Kenya Vision project, whose overall goal is to advance protection, promotion, and valorization, in other words, value addition of Kenya indigenous knowledge and associated assets. Whilst it was expected that Makueni would document up to 22 traditional knowledge and cultural assets, Makueni managed to register the highest number of traditional knowledge and cultural assets in Kenya. They registered 63 assets. We have stored the information and we are hoping at a later date, this program will be launched by His Excellency, the President. Civic engagement and development of localization of SDGs. Mr. Speaker, sir, this county has received accolades for its robust citizen engagement. Public participation allows the people of this county living within and outside the country to provide inputs and proposals on policy formulation, development of draft bills, county budgets, development projects and programs in the villages and wards. Over the year, I have emphasized on the role of professionals and retired officers in all sectors in county decision-making processes, in participating in project management and sustainability committees. This is key to me. The Mombasa and Nairobi diaspora participation forums have added value to the decision-making processes. Going forward, I seek to strengthen the inclusion of women, youth, and people living with various disabilities in our public participation framework. The establishment of the county government printer services in the coming year will enhance access to information to the various categories. Information for various categories include Braille, visual in the urban and peri-urban centers. I congratulate the people of Makueni for honoring the right to participate as well as their responsibility in their promise of making devolution a reality in the county. In the new year, we shall re-engineer the county development framework detailing the establishment of new development committees embedded in public participation structures whose terms have elapsed, and a proposal to introduce the village councils as I've mentioned before. The Miradi kwa Jamii program has enabled the participation of the rural communities in the economic gains of our country through creation of community tangible assets such as roads, forests, earth dams, mitigation of climate change through construction of roads, for water structures, tree planting, improved community volunteerism spirit that has enhanced community-led development initiatives, even when the works are done and dusted and funds spent. Over 210 million has been injected to the village economy across the country, with 50,000 casuals being engaged in the last financial year alone. These initiatives are an enabling environment for the implementation of the promise of the new constitution, particularly Article 174C, that gives the power of self-governance to the people and enhances the participation in the exercise of the powers of state and making decisions affecting them. No one shall be left behind in our development agenda. We intend to use this strategy for repair of roads and dams destroyed during the ongoing El Nino rains. On roads and transport sector members, Makueni Road network currently stands at 13,014 kilometers as per 2020 network classification. Out of this, 933.51 is bitumen and 12,080 are earth roads. Over the past 1 year, road maintenance has been given priority as an enabler to economic growth. This investment has boosted the growth of other sectors by improving connectivity and opening up the remote areas to trade and investment. Some of the key achievements are as follows. Road maintenance. Since our roads are majorly earth roads and constitute most means of transport for our residents, they need to be constantly maintained. To this end, the department has ensured road maintenance through grading 1,200 meters of culverts. In creation of employment, the department has created 15,000 jobs through youth and women and other vulnerable members of the society by engaging them in minor road repairs, meter drain, and unblocking of culverts through labor-based programs. The Department of Roads has also mapped all roads in the county and have developed what we are calling critical roads network inventory that will help us plan our roads and roads improvement better. Some of the major projects for this sector are the 30 kilometers Kwasomba, Mulala, Kidumani, Kadhi Road, connecting 3 sub-counties, Kibwezi West, Imali Mulala, Makueni Mbitini Ward, and Kilome Kaske Ward. Others are the 120-meter long Guane Drift, 100-meter long Kako Kanduli Drift, Changwase Drift, Kamonyoni Drift, among others. The department also undertook graveling of major towns in Wote, Mtituandei, etc., etc. I urge members of the respective committee to consider and approve that inventory that will be submitted to you at the earliest opportunity for purposes of planning and even donor support. An interesting development, members. The Department of Kenya, doing the economic corridor in Mali, Ukia, Itangine, Wamonyo, Kidimani Road, visited us with the design and provided this design to the Department of Roads to carry out a report on it and give feedback on the proposal for incorporation by the project design consultants. We urge the national government to expedite completion of the ongoing proposed roads upgrade with a mandate. Under their mandate, which are key to economic development, and I have mentioned the roads. I urge the Department of Roads to look at the proposal because it affects market centers, some in Matiliku, some in Ukia, some in Boni. It's important. At a later date, we discuss with the public. In addition, collaboration with sector players will be key in tackling the damage caused by the rains. 29 roads in Kibwezi West, 38 roads in Boni, 39 in Makueni, 50 in Kibwezi East, 58 in Kaiti, 30 in Kilome have been surveyed by our roads team and a report developed for repairs in the subsequent budgets. On gender and social protection, Mr. Speaker, sir, Makueni County's comprehensive social protection programs exemplify the county's commitment to address poverty and vulnerability. The department's multi-faced approach ensures the well-being of vulnerable groups, such as the elderly and the children, reflecting the county's dedication to a holistic and inclusive society. We have managed, members, to support PWDs, orphans, vulnerable children, and senior citizens. This has seen an increase from 1,664 in 2021 to 2,100 in the number of elderly persons supported with food and other materials in Makueni. 1,591 beneficiaries of STEMs, others rescued and offered psychosocial support. Members, we have worked hard, labored in an attempt to reduce gender-based violence cases in Makueni. Our heightened advocacy has led to an increase of reporting of cases by the community. So far, we have received a total of 834. I urge the developmental committee where these issues are domiciled to arrange a meeting with the judiciary next year. This is one area that needs collaborative approach. The Makueni County Empowerment Fund, popularly known as TEREGA, targeting youth, men, women, persons with disabilities and community development groups cannot go unmentioned. Members, you are aware, this fund has faced operational and administrative challenges. This assembly altered the fund's disbursement in 2020, and an ad hoc committee of the county assembly was established. The committee's recommendations pointed to an overhaul of the whole fund. In July, the fund secretariat set out to effect these recommendations and to institute reforms. These reforms consist of deliberate changes to the structures and processes of the fund with the objective of getting it to run better. This structural change includes the restructuring of its architectural setup, while process change including redesigning the system, setting quality standards, and focusing on efficiency and effectiveness of the fund. Towards this end, members, the fund regulations and guidelines have been reviewed as per the guidelines of the ad hoc committee. These two documents have been reviewed and subjected to stakeholder engagement, including the County Assembly Committee on Gender, and are now ready for debate and adoption by this House. We have engaged Safaricom on the disbursement of this fund. Members, once an applicant qualifies and meets the requirements of the rules, they will receive the funds within a maximum of 3 days. On policy and legislative agenda, Mr. Speaker, as I conclude, I want to highlight our achievements on policy and legislative agenda. The Office of the County Attorney is now fully fledged, separate from the Office of the Governor. At the close of the last financial year, the department was operationalized as envisioned in the Office of the County Attorney Act. Subsequently, the County Attorney was appointed in November 2022, and the County Solicitor recruited in 2023. The department has 11 members of staff, an administrative assistant, an intern, a legal clerk, a procurement officer, and an accountant who are seconded to this department. Bearing in mind the imperative of inclusivity, the office implemented the following strategic intentions during the financial year in review. They reviewed the county laws, they advised the department in the county executive, they represented the executive committee in court, drafted, vetted, and interpreted documents and agreements for and on behalf of the county executive. and its agencies. It is imperative to note, members, that prior to the establishment of this office, all litigation was handled by counsel, currently by external counsel. But now, most of our matters are handled in-house. This has enhanced the hands-on and efficient management of our court cases and has significantly reduced our legal bills. So far, we have 109 active court matters, 24 of them successfully completed by our in-house counsel. The county attorney has, on his own motion, instituted 2 court cases to protect public interest. One of them, members, is to secure Kaumoni Market, which was fraudulently registered in the name of an individual. The second one is to secure the ownership of a public utility land in Mukaa Ward pertaining to Nzaini Borehole in Ovate. Members, this address will be incomplete without addressing the case currently in court on the Taita Taveta Makueni boundary. A while back, Okia Mtata, Senator, sued the county government of Makueni, claiming that there was double taxation in Mtito Market, where both Makueni and Taita Taveta counties claimed to collect trade license fees. Orders were issued by the court against Makueni County by appointing a Taita Taveta team to collect levies in a town where residents elected a member of a county assembly seated here in the Makueni County Assembly today, Honorable Francis Mulwa, the Deputy Speaker. When I came to office, we challenged the above orders. At the same time, the court directed the National Lands Commission to investigate this issue as an historical injustice. The county has filed an appeal challenging the jurisdiction of NLC to determine the issue because the court, in its own ruling, said that it has jurisdiction to hear the matters and proceeded to issue orders. Now, both forums, the court and the National Land Commission, cannot act in contradiction. In any event, under Article 188 of the Constitution, only the Parliament, that is National Assembly and Senate, can alter a boundary of a county. In my view, as a senior lawyer, these orders were issued by the court. The orders issued by the court are per incuriam, and they amount to usurpation of the role of Parliament. The county government of Makueni is determined to protect territorial boundaries of Makueni, and we will do so without fear or favor. The county attorney has also taken lead in the responsibility of revision of county laws. So far, the office has assisted county departments to draft 17 legislative proposals, bills, regulations, and policy. In conclusion, Mr. Speaker, sir, I want to reassure all of us that with your continued support, we will achieve more for the people of Makueni. To the citizens of Makueni, whose inspiration we work so hard every day to meet and deliver the promise. This report is our first-tier passion to do good with integrity report. Integrity to us is an irreducible minimum. that we subscribe to as leadership. Indeed, integrity is our most valuable currency. Members, I am determined to see that Makueni is transformed and our people are economically empowered. This is my desire. My desire as governor of Makueni is to lead a transformative government. A government that listens. A government that cares for its citizens. A government that cares for its employees. A government that cares about the relationship with its partners. Governments are known to be cruel. Governments are known to be insensitive. Governments are known to be manipulative. Too far, too bureaucratic, and emotionless. I, however, would like to lead a government that is human. That cares for the well-being of its citizens and its employees. We subscribe to the philosophy of prioritizing people because it is people who drive success, innovation, and transformation. Members, we can change the narrative and make government human. This will require radical transformation and redefinition of beliefs and cultures that we have held so far. A commitment to transform the way we work. Join me together to transform Makueni County. A renewed passion of Kwituma integrated into our values of public service. I wish all of you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. God bless Makueni. God bless Kenya. Thank you very much.
Order, honorable members. Pursuant to the provisional standing order number 200 and standing order number 27, suborder 3 of the Makueni County standing orders, a time now being 16:41 hours. This house stands adjourned until tomorrow, Wednesday, 6th of December, year 2023 at 14:30 hours.